Jai Gurudev Bela. Today,
Yeah, Jai
yes, we
Gurudev.
completed it yesterday.
Okay. So today Bhagavad Gita Dhyanam or that we have to do, or kindly guide us.
No, we said we'll chant the whole Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter, or we just read the meanings. That I've just resent it to you by email. I think we could do one chanting of all the 18 verses, the 18th chapter, and then read these meanings.
Yeah, only the shloka and the purport, right, of chapter
Correct.
18.
Correct.
Okay. Is it possible to send on my Dubai number, or you have, because email I won't be able to open here. I will just check once again because I'm not able to log
No,
in
you
here.
do the chanting, Bela.
Okay.
After
Yeah.
we finish the chanting, we'll read the meanings in order.
Okay. Okay, fine. I will read the
Okay.
chapter 18 shloka only.
You can
first.
chant all the shlokas. Yeah.
Yeah. Om. 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 गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् the text, okay. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अष्टादशोऽध्यायः मोक्षसन्न्यासयोगः अर्जुन उवाच सन्न्यासस्य महाबाहो तत्त्वमिच्छामि वेदितुं त्यागस्य च ऋषिकेश पृथक् केशिनिषूदन श्रीभगवानुवाच काम्यानां कर्मणां न्यासं सन्न्यासं कवयो विदुः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं प्राहुस्त्यागं विचक्षणाः त्याज्यं दोषवदित्येके कर्म प्राहुर्मनीषिणः यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याजत्मिति चापरे यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याजमिति चापरे निश्चयं शृणु मे तत्र त्यागे भरतः सत्तमा निश्चयं शृणु मे तत्र त्यागे भरतसत्तमा त्यागो हि पुरुषव्याघ्र त्रिविधः सम्प्रकीर्तितः यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यं कार्यमेव तत् यज्ञो दानं तपश्चैव पावनानि मनीषिणाम् एतान्यपि तु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा फलानि च कर्तव्यानीति मे पार्थ निश्चितं मतमुत्तमम् नियतस्य तु सन्न्यासः कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहात् तस्य परित्यागः तामसः परिकीर्तितः दुःखमित्येव यत्कर्म कायक्लेशभयात् त्यजेत् स कृत्वा राजसं त्यागं नैव त्यागं नैव त्यागफलं लभेत् स कृत्वा राजसं त्यागं नैव त्यागफलं लभेत् कार्यमित्येव यत्कर्म नियतं क्रियतेऽर्जुन सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा फलं चैव स त्यागः सात्विको मतः न द्वेष्ट्य कुशलं कर्म कुशलेनानुषज्यते त्यागी सत्त्वसमाविष्टो मेधावी छिन्न संशयः न हि देहभृता शक्यं त्यक्तुं कर्माण्यशेषतः यस्तु कर्मफलत्यागी स त्यागीत्यभिधीयते अनिष्टमिष्टं मिश्रं च त्रिविधं कर्मणः फलं भवत्यत्यागिनां प्रेत्य न तु सन्न्यासिनां क्वचित् पञ्चेतानि महाबाहो कारणानि निबोध मे साङ्ख्ये कृतान्ते प्रोक्तानि सिद्धये सर्वकर्मणाम् अधिष्ठानं तथा कर्ता करणं च पृथग्विधम् विविधाश्च पृथक्श्चेष्टा दैवं चैवात्र पञ्चमम् शरीरवाङ्मनोभिर्यत् शरीरवाङ्मनोर्भिर्यत् कर्म प्रारभते नरः न्यायं वा विपरीतं वा पञ्चैते तस्य हेतवः तत्रैवं सति कर्तारम् आत्मानं केवलं तु यः पश्यत्यकृतबुद्धित्वान् न स पश्यति दुर्मतिः यस्य नाहङ्कृतो भावो बुद्धिर्यस्य न लिप्यते हत्वापि स इमां लोकान् न हन्ति न निबध्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं परिज्ञाता त्रिविधा कर्म चोदना करणं कर्म कर्तेति त्रिविधः कर्म संग्रहः ज्ञानं कर्म च कर्ता च त्रिधैव गुणभेदतः प्रोच्यते गुणसङ्ख्याने यथावत् शृणुतान्यपि सर्वभूतेषु येनैकं भावमव्ययमीक्षते अविभक्तं विभक्तेषु तज्ज्ञानं विद्धि सात्विकम् पृथक्त्वेन तु यज्ञानं नानाभावान् पृथग्विधान् वेत्ति सर्वेषु भूतेषु तज्ज्ञानं विद्धि राजसं यत्तु कृत्स्नवदेकस्मिन् कार्ये सक्तमहैतुकम् अतत्त्वार्थवदल्पं च तत्तामसमुदाहृतम् नियतं सङ्गरहितम् अरागद्वेषतः कृतम् अफलप्रेप्सुना कर्म यतत् सात्विकमुच्यते यत्तु कामेप्सुना कर्म साहङ्कारेण वा पुनः क्रियते बहुलायासं तद्राजसमुदाहृतम् अनुबन्धं क्षयं हिंसाम् अनपेक्ष्य च पौरुषम् मोहादारभ्यते कर्म यत्तत्तामसमुच्यते मुक्तसङ्गो n'हं वादी धृत्युत्साहसमन्वितः सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्यो निर्विकारः कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते रागी कर्मफलप्रेप्सुः लुब्धो हिंसात्मको शुचिः हर्षशोकान्वितः कर्ता राजसः परिकीर्तितः अयुक्तः प्राकृतस्तब्धः शठो नैष्कृतिकोलसः विषादी दीर्घसूत्री च कर्ता तामस उच्यते बुद्धेर्भेदं धृतेश्चैव गुणतस्त्रिविधं शृणु प्रोच्यमानमशेषेण पृथक्त्वेन धनञ्जय प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च कार्याकार्ये भयाभये बन्धं मोक्षं च या वेत्ति बुद्धि सा पार्थ सात्विकी यया धर्ममधर्मं च कार्यं चाकार्यमेव च अयथावत् प्रजानाति बुद्धि सा पार्थ राजसी अधर्मं धर्ममिति या मन्यते तमसावृता सर्वार्थान् विपरीतांश बुद्धि सा पार्थ तामसी धृत्या यया धारयते मनः प्राणेन्द्रियक्रियाः योगेन व्यभिचारिण्या धृतिः सा पार्थ सात्विकी यया तु धर्मकामार्थान् धृत्या धारयतेऽर्जुन प्रसङ्गेन फलाकाङ्क्षी धृतिः सा पार्थ राजसी यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं विषादं मदमेव च न विमुञ्चति दुर्मेधा धृतिः सा पार्थ तामसी सुखं त्विदानीं त्रिविधं शृणु मे भरतर्षभ अभ्यासाद्रमते यत्र दुःखान्तं च निगच्छति यत्तदग्रे विषमिव परिणामे मृतोपमम् तत्सुखं सात्विकं प्रोक्तम् आत्मबुद्धिः प्रसादजम् विषयेन्द्रियसंयोगात् तत्तदग्रे मृतोपमम् विषयेन्द्रियसंयोगात् तत्तदग्रे मृतोपमम् परिणामे विषमिव तत्सुखं राजसं स्मृतम् यदग्रे चानुबन्धे च सुखं मोहनमात्मनः निद्रालस्य प्रमादोत्थं तत्तामसमुदाहृतम् न तदस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा पुनः सत्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं यदेभिः स्यात् त्रिभिर्गुणैः ब्राह्मणक्षत्रियविशां शूद्राणां च परन्तप कर्माणि प्रविभक्तानि स्वभावः प्रभवैर्गुणैः शमोदमस्तपः शौचं क्षान्तिरार्जवमेव च ज्ञानं विज्ञानमास्तिक्यं ब्रह्मकर्म स्वभावजम् शौर्यं तेजो धृतिर्दाक्ष्यं युद्धे चाप्यपलायनं दानमीश्वरभावश्च क्षात्रं कर्म स्वभावजम् कृषिगौरक्ष्यवाणिज्यं वैश्यकर्म स्वभावजम् परिचर्यात्मकं कर्म शूद्रस्यापि स्वभावजम् स्वे स्वे कर्मण्यभिरतः संसिद्धिं लभते नरः स्वकर्मनिरतः सिद्धिं यथा विन्दति तच्छृणु यतः प्रवृत्तिर्भूतानां येन सर्वमिदं ततं स्वकर्मणा तमभ्यर्च्य सिद्धिं विन्दति मानवः श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मोत्स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम् सहजं कर्म कौन्तेय सदोषमपि न त्यजेत् सर्वारम्भा हि दोषेण धूमेनाग्निरिवावृताः असक्तबुद्धि सर्वत्र जितात्मा विगतस्पृहः नैष्कर्म्य सिद्धिं परमां सन्न्यासेनाधिगच्छति सिद्धिं प्राप्तो यथा ब्रह्म तथाप्नोति निबोध मे समासेनैव कौन्तेय निष्ठा ज्ञानस्य या परा बुद्ध्या विशुद्धया युक्तो धृत्यात्मानं नियम्य च शब्दादीन् विषयान् त्यक्त्वा रागद्वेषौ व्युदस्य च विविक्तसेविलग्वाशी यतवाक्कायमानसः ध्यानयोगपरो नित्यं वैराग्यं समुपाश्रितः अहङ्कारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं परिग्रहं विमुच्य निर्ममः शान्तो ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते ब्रह्मभूतः प्रसन्नात्मा न शोचति न काङ्क्षति समः सर्वेषु भूतेषु मद्भक्तिं लभते पराम् भक्त्या मामभिजानाति यावान्यस्यास्मि तत्त्वतः ततो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा विशते तदनन्तरम् सर्वकर्माण्यपि सदा कुर्वाणो मव्यपाश्रयः मत्प्रसादादवाप्नोति शाश्वतं पदमव्ययम् चेतसा सर्वकर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः बुद्धियोगमुपाश्रित्य मच्चित्तः सततं भव मच्चित्तः सर्वदुर्गाणि मत्प्रसादात् तरिष्यसि अथ चेत्त्वम् अहङ्कारान् न श्रोष्यसि विनङ्क्ष्यसि यदहङ्क यदहङ्कारमाश्रित्य न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे मिथ्यैष व्यवसायस्ते प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति स्वभावजेन कौन्तेय निबद्धस्वेन कर्मणा कर्तुं नेच्छसि यन्मोहात् करिष्यस्य वशोऽपि तत् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया तमेव शरणं गच्छ सर्वभावेन भारत तत्प्रसादात् परां शान्तिं स्थानं प्राप्स्यसि शाश्वतम् इति ते ज्ञानमाख्यातं गुह्याद् गुह्यतरं मया विमृश्यैतदशेषेण यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु सर्वगुह्यतमं भूयः शृणु मे परमं वचः इष्टोऽसि मे दृढमिति ततो वक्ष्यामि ते हितम् मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैश्यसि सत्यं ते प्रतिजाने प्रियोऽसि मे सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः इदं ते नातपस्काय न भक्ताय कदाचन न चाशुश्रूषवे वाच्यं न च मां योऽभ्यसूयति य इमं परमं गुह्यं मद्भक्तेष्वपि धास्यति भक्तिं मयि परां कृत्वा मामे वैश्यत्य संशयः न च तस्मान्मनुष्येषु कश्चिन्मे प्रियकृत्तमः भविता न च मे तस्मात् अन्यः प्रियतरो भुवि अध्येष्यते च य इमं धर्म्यं संवादमावयोः ज्ञानयज्ञेन तेनाहम् इष्टस्यामिति मे मतिः श्रद्धावाननसूयश्च शृणुयादपि यो नरः सोऽपि मुक्तः शुभालोकान् प्राप्नुयात् पुण्यकर्मणाम् कच्चिदेतच्छ्रुतं पार्थ त्वयैकाग्रेण चेतसा त्वयै कच्चिदेतच्छ्रुतं पार्थ त्वयैकाग्रेण चेतसा कच्चिदज्ञानसम्मोहः प्रनष्टस्ते धनञ्जय अर्जुन उवाच नष्टो मोहस्मृतिर्लब्धा त्वत्प्रसादान्मयाच्युत स्थितोऽस्मि गतसन्देहः करिष्ये वचनं तव सञ्जय उवाच इत्यहं वासुदेवस्य पार्थस्य च महात्मनः संवादमम् संवादमिममश्रोषम् अद्भुतं रोमहर्षणं व्यासप्रसादात् श्रुत व्यासप्रसादात् श्रुत व्यासप्रसादात् श्रुतवाने तद्गुह्यमहं परम् व्यासप्रसादात् श्रुतः
व्यासप्रसादात् श्रुतवान् एतद्गुह्यमहं परं योगं योगेश्वरात् कृष्णात् साक्षात् कथयत स्वयम्
राजन् संस्मृत्य संस्मृत्य संवादमिममद्भुतं केशवार्जुनयोः पुण्यं हृष्यामि च मुहुर्मुहुः तच्च संस्मृत्य संस्मृत्य रूपं मत्यद्भुतं हरेः विस्मयो मे महान् नाजन् हृष्यामि च पुनः पुनः I think here also. Vismayo me mahanna.
Mahan
Vismayo.
Rajan.
विस्मयो मे महान् राजन् हृष्यामि च पुनः पुनः यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतेः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतेर्ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम
Tatra
ॐ
Shri Vijayo Bhutihi Dhruvanirmatirmama.
तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिः ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्ममः नीतिर्मतिर्मम ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे मोक्षसंन्यासयोगो नाम अष्टादशोऽध्यायः ॐ तत्सत् अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः धृतराष्ट्र उवाच धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुयुत्सवः मामका पाण्डवाश्चैव किमकुर्वत सञ्जय ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु
Jai Gurudev. Um, I will be able to read this one, Bella. This is the meanings.
Brahmaraji, your voice is not clear, my dear. Kindly increase the volume. It is very, very low.
Is it not
Is it
visible?
for
Not
everybody
audible
or
now?
only for me?
Is it audible
Yes,
now?
Prernaji. Yeah, it was slow. Yeah,
Is it better now?
it's very,
Little
very clear.
better.
Better? Let me know if it is okay right now.
Yeah,
Chapter
it
8.
is perfect. Perfect now, Brahmaraji.
Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. Moksha and Sannyasa. Arjuna said, O mighty arm, I want to know distinctly the truth of sannyasa and tyaga. O Lord of the senses, slayer of Keshi. Sri Bhagavan said, the wise know sannyasa as renunciation of actions for desired objects. The learned people say renunciation of the results of action is tyaga. Some wise men say that action which is inherently defective is to be given up, and others say that an action which is a ritual, charity, or religious discipline should not be given up. O, the most mature of the Bharata family, listen to my ascertained opinion about this renunciation. O Arjuna, tiger among men, renunciation is well stated as threefold. An action that is a ritual, charity, or religious discipline is not to be given up. That is indeed to be done. Ritual, charity, and religious discipline are indeed purifying for those who are discriminative. But even these actions are to be done, giving up attachment and giving up the results. This is my clear, proper vision, Partha. But renunciation of enjoined action is not proper. Renunciation of it, that is enjoined action, out of delusion is called tamasika. One may give up the karma as indeed painful out of fear of affliction to his physical body. Having done that, Rajasika renunciation he would certainly not gain the result of renunciation. It is to be done, thinking thus, when only the enjoined karma is done, giving up attachment and result. O Arjuna, it is considered to be a sattvika renunciation. The renunciate of the results of action, being the one who is endowed with a pure mind, then being the one who has discriminative knowledge and whose doubts are gone, does not despise inauspicious kamya karma, nor does he cling to auspicious karma. Indeed, actions cannot be given up completely by the one who sustains a body, but the one who is a renunciate of the results of action is called a tyagi. Undesirable, desirable, and a mixture, the threefold result of action, exists after death for the non renunciates, but never for the renunciates. Understand from me, O mighty armed, these 5 causes for the accomplishment of all karmas, told in the Shastra at the end of the Vedas, that is, Vedanta, which is the point of culmination of all karma. The physical body, so too the agent, and the separate and manifold means, the distinct and diverse activities of the pranas, and indeed Daiva, the presiding deities, is the 5th here. That karma, whether proper or the opposite, improper, which a man undertakes with the body, speech, or mind, has these 5 causes. When this is so, the one who sees, on the other hand, the self which is pure as the agent because of an immature mind, that person whose thinking is distorted does not see the truth. The one who has no I notion, the one whose mind is not affected, he, even killing these people, does not kill, nor is he bound. Knowledge, the vritti corresponding to an object, the object of knowledge, and the knower are the threefold impellers of action. The means of doing instrument, the object of the action, and the agent are the threefold constituents of karma. Knowledge, action, and agent are only threefold according to the differences in guna. It is said in the Shastra of the enumeration of the gunas. Listen to those also, just as it is unfolded. That knowledge by which one sees one changeless existence in all things, undivided among the divided, may you know, is sattvika. On the other hand, knowledge by which one knows distinctly the manifold natures of different kinds of beings, that knowledge may you know as rajasa. Whereas that knowledge by which one is committed to one object as though it is everything, and which is without reasoning, illogical, without truth, and very limited, that knowledge is called tamasa. That action which is enjoined and which is done without attachment, without being impelled purely by likes and dislikes, by a person without a binding desire for result, is called sattvika. But that karma which is done by one who has a pronounced desire for the result, or again with arrogance and a lot of effort, is called rajasa. That action which is begun not taking into account the natural consequence, loss, injury to others, and one's own capacity because of delusion is called tamasa. The one who is free from attachment, who has no egotism, who is endowed with resolve and enthusiasm, and is unperturbed in success and failure, is called a sattvika karta, doer. The one who has a predominance of raga and a predominant desire for the result of action, who is greedy, whose nature is to hurt, who is not clean, and who is subject to elation and depression, is called a rajasa karta. The one who is disturbed, immature, irreverent, deceptive, cruel, lazy, given to sadness, and a procrastinator is called a tamasa karta or doer. O Dhananjaya, please listen to the threefold difference according to guna of the mind and of the resolve that is being told completely and severally. The mind, which knows the pursuit of karma and renunciation, what is to be done and what is not to be done, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, and bondage and freedom. That mind, Partha, is Satviki. That mind with which one wrongly knows what is proper and improper, what is to be done and what is not to be done, Partha, is Rajasi. The mind which covered with ignorance considers what is improper as proper and all things the reverse of what they are, that mind, O Partha, is Tamasi. The unflinching resolve with which one sustains by practice the activities of the mind, prana, and organs of action and knowledge, that resolve is Satviki, Partha. Whereas Arjuna, the resolve with which the one who has a longing for result according to the prevailing circumstances sustains activities for religious merit, pleasure, and security, that resolve is Rajasi. That resolve by which the one whose thinking is improper does not give up sleep, fear, sorrow, depression, and intoxication is Tamasi, Partha. Listen to me now, Arjuna, about the threefold happiness, that in which one discovers joy by repetition and gains the end of sorrow, which in the beginning is like poison, and when there is transformation is like nectar. That happiness is called Satvika, born of the clarity of self-knowledge. That happiness from the contact of a sense organ with its object, which is in the beginning is like nectar, and when it changes is like poison, is considered Rajasa. That happiness, which in the beginning and in the end is self-deluding and born of sleep, laziness, and indifference, is called Tamasa. There is no existent being either on the earth or furthermore in heaven among the gods who is free from these three gunas born of Prakriti, nature. The duties of the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras, Arjuna, are divided according to qualities born of Swabhava, that is, Ishvara's Maya, one's nature and one's karma.
composure, restraint, religious discipline, inner and external cleanliness, accommodation, and indeed straightforwardness, knowledge, assimilated knowledge, and accepting the veracity of the Vedas is collectively the duty born of nature of a Brahmana. Valor, self confidence, resolve, adroitness, not running from conflict, giving, and overlordship, that is leadership, are the naturally born duties and disposition of a Kshatriya. Agriculture, tending cattle, and commerce are natural duties of a Vaishya. And the natural duty of a Sudra is in the form of service. A man who delights in his own duty gains success. Listen to how one devoted to his own duty finds success. Through one's duty, worshipping him from whom is the creation of the beings, by whom all this is pervaded, a human being gains success. One's own duty, devoid of merit, is better than the duty of another well done. Doing action enjoined according to one's nature, one does not incur fault. The karma that is natural according to your birth, O Kaunteya, though defective, one should not give up, because all undertakings are covered with fault, like fire is covered with smoke. The one whose mind is free from attachment everywhere, who has self-mastery, and from whom longing has gone, gains the most exalted accomplishment of actionlessness by renunciation. How the one who has gained the accomplishment of Antakarana Shuddhi gains the ultimate certainty of the knowledge, that is Brahman, learn from me in brief, O son of Kunti. The one who, endowed with a mind that is very clear, mastering the body, mind, sense complex, being endowed with firm resolve, and giving up the sense objects such as sound, etc., and giving up likes and dislikes. The one who lives in a quiet place, who eats lightly, whose speech, body, and mind are mastered, who is always committed to contemplation, who has completely resorted to freedom from longing, giving up misplaced eye sense, power, vanity, binding desire, anger, ownership of external things. The one who has no sense of ownership of his own body, etc., and who is tranquil, is fit for certainty about being Brahman. The one who has become Brahman has recognized oneself as Brahman, whose mind is cheerful, does not grieve or long for anything. The one for whom all beings are the same as himself gains the highest devotion to me. By bhakti, knowledge, he, Brahma Bhutaha, knows me properly as to how much I am in reality. Thereafter, knowing me in reality, he enters me soon after that knowing. The one who is always doing all proper actions, whose basis for all actions and results is myself, gains the end, which is eternal and imperishable because of my grace. Being one whose only end is myself, mentally renouncing all actions unto me, resorting to a life of karma yoga, may you become one whose mind is always in me. Being one whose mind is always in me, because of my grace, you will cross all difficulties. But if because of egotism you do not listen to me, you will perish. Resorting to egotism, that you think, I will not fight, this resolve of yours is false. Your disposition will impel you. Arjuna, being definitely bound by your own action, which is born of your natural disposition, you will helplessly do just what you, out of delusion, do not wish to do. The Lord remains at the seat of the intellect of all beings, Arjuna, causing all beings to move, revolve by the magic of his Maya, like those figures which are mounted on a machine are made to revolve. Surrender to him alone with your whole heart, Arjuna. By his grace, you will gain absolute peace, the eternal abode. Thus, the knowledge that is more secret than any secret was told by me to you. Considering this completely, you may do just as you wish. Again, listen to my ultimate statement, which is the most secret of all. You are definitely beloved to me. Therefore, I will tell you what is good. Become one whose mind is offered to me, one whose devotion is to me, one whose worship is to me. Do salutations to me. You will reach me alone. I truly promise you, because you are dear to me. Giving up all karmas, take refuge in me alone. I will release you from all karma. Do not grieve. This teaching given to you is never to be taught by you to one who has no religious discipline, nor to one who has no devotion, nor to one who is not willing to listen, nor to one who finds fault with me where there is none. The one who teaches this most exalted secret Shastra to my devotees, having offered the highest devotion to me, will come to me alone. There is no doubt. And there is no one other than him who is the best among men, who does what is dear to me. And there will not be another dearer to me than him on the earth. And the one who studies or recites and the one who studies or recites this dialogue of ours that is unopposed to dharma, through that ritual in the form of knowledge, I would be worshipped. This is my conclusion. The person who has trust in the Shastra and who does not find fault with the Shastra, even if he merely listens to the Gita, even he being liberated, would gain the auspicious worlds of those who do good karmas. Has this been listened to by you, Partha, with a single pointed mind? Is your delusion that is caused by ignorance destroyed, Dhananjaya? Arjuna said, by your grace, my delusion is gone, and I have gained recognition of myself, Achyuta. I remain as one from whom all doubts have gone. I will do what you say. Sanjaya said, in this manner, I have heard this dialogue between Vasudeva and Partha of great mind and heart, which is wonderful and which makes one's hair stand on end. By the grace of Vyasa, I have listened to the secret and ultimate yoga from Krishna, the Lord of Yoga, directly teaching it himself. O King, repeatedly recalling this wondrous, auspicious dialogue between Keshava and Arjuna, I rejoice again and again. And further, repeatedly recalling that most wondrous form of the Lord, Hari, I have great amazement, O King, and I rejoice again and again. Wherever there is Krishna, the Lord of Yoga, wherever there is Partha, the one who bears the bow, there wealth, victory, various riches, and definite justice are present. This is my conclusion. Om Tat Sat. इति श्री महाभारते शतसहस्रयां संहितायां वैयासिक्यां भीष्मपर्वणि श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे मोक्षसंन्यासयोगो नाम अष्टादशोऽध्यायः. We will also chant the Gita Mahatmyam since we've completed the 18th chapter, and we'll read the meaning of the Gita Mahatmyam as well. Just give me a second. So I will just read the English meaning first, and then we'll do the chanting of the Gita Mahatmyam. Dhara, Bhudevi said, O blessed Lord, O supreme ruler, how may one who is held back by his prarabdha karma obtain unswerving devotion? The Lord Vishnu said, if one be devoted to the constant practice of the Gita, even though he be restrained by prarabdha karma, yet he is mukta, happy, in this very world, lies not tainted by new karma. No evil, however great, can affect him who meditates on the Gita. He is like the lotus leaf untouched by the water. Wherever there is the book of the Gita, where its study is proceeded with, there are present all the holy places. There verily are Prayaga and the rest. There also are all the Devas, Rishis, Yogis, and Pannagas. So also the Gopalas and Gopikas, with Narada, Uddhava, and their whole train of comrades. Where the Gita is read, forthwith comes help. Where the Gita is discussed, recited, taught, or heard, there, O Bhudevi, beyond a doubt, do I myself unfailingly reside. In the refuge of the Gita I abide. The Gita is my chief abode. Standing on the wisdom of the Gita, I maintain the three worlds. The Gita is my supreme knowledge. It is undoubtedly inseparable from Brahman. This knowledge is absolute, imperishable, eternal, of the essence of my inexpressible state. The knowledge comprising the whole of the three Vedas, supremely blissful and consisting of the realization of the true nature of the self, declared by the all-knowing and blessed Krishna to his own lips to Arjuna. That man who with steady mind recites the 18 chapters daily attains the perfection of knowledge and thus reaches the highest plane. If the whole cannot be recited, then half of it may be read, and he who does this acquires merit equal to that of the gift of a cow. There is no doubt about this. By the recitation of a third part, he gains the same merit as by bathing in the Ganges. By the repetition of a sixth part, he obtains the fruit of the Soma sacrifice. He who reads full of devotion even one chapter daily attains to the Rudra Loka and lives there for a long time, having become one of those who wait on Shiva. The man who daily reads a quarter of a chapter or of a shloka, O Bhudevi, attains to human birth throughout the duration of a Manu. The man who recites 10, 7, 5, 4, 3 or 2 shlokas, or even one or half a shloka of the Gita, certainly lives in Chandraloka for 10,000 years. He who leaves the body while reading the Gita obtains the world of man. Again, practicing the Gita, he attains supreme mukti. The dying man uttering the word Gita will attain the goal. One who loves to hear the meaning of the Gita, even though he has committed heinous sins, attains to heaven and lives in beatitude with Vishnu. He who constantly meditates on the meaning of the Gita, even though he performs karma incessantly, he is to be regarded as a Jivan Mukta, and after the destruction of his body, he attains to the highest plane of knowledge. By the help of this Gita, many kings like Janaka became free from their impurities and attained to the highest goal. It is so sung. He who, having finished reading the reading of the Gita, does not read its Mahatmyam, as declared here, his reading is in vain. It is all labor wasted. He who studies the Gita accompanied with this discourse on its Mahatmyam obtains the fruit stated herein and reaches that goal which is difficult to attain. Suta said, "He who will read this eternal greatness of the Gita declared by me after having finished the reading of the Gita itself will obtain the fruit described herein." Thus ends the Gita Mahatmyam as contained in the Varaha Purana. Just give me a second. Shri Gita Mahatmyam, Varaha Purana. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dharo Vacha Bhagavan Parameshana Bhaktiravyabicharini Prarabdham Bhujyamanasya Katham Bhavati He Prabho. Shri Vishnuruvacha Prarabdham Bhujyamano Hi Gītābhyāsaratas Sada Samuktasya Sukhi Loke Karmana Nopalipyate. Mahapāpādi Gītādhyanam karoti chet क्वचित् स्पर्शं न कुर्वन्ति नलिनीदलमम्बुवत् गीतायाः पुस्तकं यत्र पाठः प्रवर्तते तत्र सर्वाणि तीर्थानि प्रयागादीनि तत्र वै सर्वे देवाश्च ऋषयो योगिनः पन्नगाश्च ये गोपालबालकृष्णोऽपि नारदध्रुवपार्षदैः सहायोजायते शीघ्रं यत्र गीता प्रवर्तते यत्र गीता विचारश्च पठनं पाठनं श्रुतं तत्राहं निश्चितं पृथ्वी निवसामि सदैव हि गीताश्रेये गीताश्रयेऽहं तिष्ठामि गीता मे चोत्तमं गृहम् गीता ज्ञानमुपाश्रित्य त्रीन् लोकान् पालयाम्यहम् गीता मे परमा विद्या ब्रह्मरूपा न संशयः अर्धमात्राक्षरा नित्या स्वनिर्वाच्य पदात्मिक स्वनिर्वाच्य पदात्मिका चिदानन्देन कृष्णेन प्रोक्ता स्वमुखतोऽर्जुनं वेदत्रयी परानन्दा तत्त्वार्थज्ञानसंयुता योऽष्टादश जपो नित्यं नरो निश्चलमानसः ज्ञानसिद्धिं स लभते ततो याति परम्पदम् पाठे समर्थः सम्पूर्णे ततोऽर्धं पाठमाचरेत् तदा गोदानजं पुण्यं लभते नात्र संशयः त्रिभागं पठमानस्तु गङ्गास्नानफलं लभेत् षडंशं जपमानस्तु सोमयागफलं लभेत् एकाध्यायं तु यो नित्यं पठते भक्तिसंयुतः रुद्रलोकमवाप्नोति गणो भूत्वा वसेच्चिरम् अध्याये श्लोकपादं वा नित्यं यः पठते नरः स याति नरतां यावन् मन्वन्तरं वसुन्धरे गीताया श्लोकदशकं सप्तपञ्चचतुष्टयं द्वौ त्रीनेकं तदर्थं वा श्लोकानां यः पठेन्नरः चन्द्रलोकमवाप्नोति वर्षाणामयुतं ध्रुवम् गीतापाठसमायुक्तो मृतो मानुषतां व्रजेत् गीताभ्यासं पुनः कृत्वा लभते मुक्तिमुत्तमम् गीतेत्युच्चारसंयुक्तो म्रियमाणो गतिं लभेत् गीतार्थश्रवणासक्तो महापापयुतोऽपि वा वैकुण्ठं समवाप्नोति विष्णुना सह मोदते गीतार्थं ध्यायते नित्यं कृत्वा कर्माणि भूरिशः जीवन्मुक्तः स विज्ञेयो देहान्ते परमं पदम् गीतामाश्रित्य बहवो भूभुजो जनकादयः निर्धूतकल्मषालोके गीतायाताः परं पदम् गीतायाः पठनं कृत्वा माहात्म्यं नैव यः पठेत् वृथा पाठो भवेत् तस्य श्रम एव हृदा हृतः श्रम एव ह्युदाहृतः एतन्माहात्म्यं संयुक्तं गीताभ्यासं करोति यः सतत्फलमवाप्नोति दुर्लभां गतिमाप्नुयात् सूत उवाच माहात्म्यमेतद्गीताया मया प्रोक्तं सनातनं गीतान्ते च पठेद्यस्तु यदुक्तं तत्फलं लभेत् इति श्री वाराहपुराणे श्रीमद्गीता माहात्म्यं सम्पूर्णम् ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु Jai Gurudev. I think we will use the next few 10-15 minutes or so to reflect and share our takeaways from chapter 18. There is another end to the chapter 18, which I've emailed to all of us in the group. We can take that up tomorrow. This chapter 18 PDF ended because Shankara's Bhashya ended there. But there is a further summary to the whole of the 18th chapter, which we can start from tomorrow. Krishna's compassion is so evident in that although he has given Arjuna all the 17 chapters, out of that love and compassion, he has summarized the whole thing again in chapter 18. When Arjuna asks him the question, what is the difference between Tyaga and what is renunciation? What is sannyasa? Tell me the difference. And Krishna starts off saying, this is the opinion of some people, but listen to my opinion. And he tells him about the threefold renunciation. The renunciation of the sattvika, rajasika, and tamasika. And then he goes on to describe the different types of karma. What are the constituents of karma? What are the results of actions? And how, based on the three gunas, even all across, it percolates through the creation. Even the gods are not free from the effect of the gunas. And based on the gunas, how there are different kinds of karma, different kinds of dhriti, and how based on swabhava, there are 4 different varnashramas, and the differences between what a brahmana is supposed to do, what a kshatriya, what is a vaishya and a sudra, and how by whatever karma you're doing what you are enjoying to do based on your swabhava, doing that is better than doing someone else's karma, although done to perfection. And that the 46th verse, yatah pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tamabhyaccha siddhim vindati manavaha. So doing your duty, doing your enjoined duty, you will attain to perfection. And how to do it? By completely surrendering to him alone, keeping him in his mind, keeping Bhagwan in our mind, surrendering all our actions, results to him. And he says, Ma shuchaha, when you do such, when you act in such a manner in the world, there is no reason for you to grieve. The whole of the Gita Shastra, Moksha Shastra, is to relieve us of this sorrow, the cycle of samsara. And this Shastra is not to be told to people is to be told and taught to people who are keen to learn, not to people who are not keen or disrespected. And towards the end, that is what Sanjaya says, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Pardho Dhanurtaraha, Tatra Shrir Vijayor Bhutihi, Dhruvani Tirma Tirmama. So wherever there is Krishna and wherever there is a Partha, there will be Shri, wealth, there will be prosperity, and there will be fulfillment. Yeah, I would request everybody also to share.
Dr. Brahmara, you summarized it nicely. Since I haven't really read it, it's really hard to summarize for me. Like you said, the first part of it, I remember like the one you said, like the karma and um, I thought it was happiness based on the three gunas.
He has given, yeah, different categories. One is
Mm.
karma, one is the joy. Correct, you're right. I mean, I did not enumerate all of them.
No,
The
no,
happiness
that's
comes
uh-huh.
right, right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm.
And after having read the Gita, if you do not read the Mahatmyam, it is considered incomplete. It is considered, uh, and this is tradition. I think it's just to follow the tradition.
Yeah. Yeah, Mama said like to read even after each chapter, right? But before
Right,
when we first did it, and after 18 chapter.
right.
So after this, you said tomorrow we're going to read the summary of the
There
18
is a
chapter.
summary. I realized there is one summary PDF of chapter
Mm-hmm.
18 that
Mm.
I haven't gone through the whole thing. It is about 120 pages or so.
Wow.
I'm not sure whether the remaining verses, because we stopped at verse 66 or 67. Beyond that,
Okay.
this chapter 18 PDF was, I mean, it is completed at that point. So
Mm.
we'll have to check and see whether the other verses are covered in that summary.
Okay. Is this the one like you sent it already, right? That it's
I just emailed the other summary today in the morning.
okay.
Yeah, you can check your emails.
Karma, vritti, and happiness.
So the prayer is to keep this commitment to the study of the Gita, number one, and
Yeah.
and pray that we get the clarity and we get that Shastra, um, the grace of the Shastra comes up, as in we understand it as it has to be understood. See, because if you've noticed, that is a Satviki kind of thinking, where you are, where there is that clarity. Whereas for Rajasika and Tamasika, of course, he understands it completely in the other way. Rajasika is it again. It is linked with Ragadveshas. So getting this import of the Shastra as it is to be understood itself is a grace. So
In
praying,
Shloka 6,
yeah,
continue. In Shloka 60, 61, 62, what he says, whatever means you will helplessly do whatever do because of your delusions and dispositions. So you surrender to me alone, and means whatever the results are. So by his grace only he will get whoever means we will get the absolute peace, and we will means only the surrender to him, surrendering to him is the most important thing whenever we are doing the karmas or having the results, everything. So we have to keep our mind in Him only while doing everything. And he promises to now, you are dear to me, so I have told you that the secret of the secret. Now it is your wish what you want to do. He has given a free, means told to given a freedom also. Thank you.
Yeah, being a karma yogi. A karma yogi is one whose purushartha is very clear. Purushartha is only moksha. And he does his swakarma as a worship with that yajna bhava, not longing for the result and not bound by the result. Whatever the result, he takes it with as prasada. He develops, because of doing this, he develops that antakarana shuddhi, which prepares his mind for this knowledge to dawn. Because yatah pravrittir bhutanam, when he is in and through creation, there is nothing apart from him. Even the karma that we do, even our daily duties that we do, all that is him itself. So when we take that as, do that as worship, keeping him in mind, when our mind is yoked to him, then automatically we are freeing ourselves from ragadveshas. Otherwise, we are yoked to our senses. We'll do what we like to do, and we will not do what we don't like to do. On the other hand, if you're doing things that are to be done according to dharma, then you're in tune with uh, with Bhagwan, with Brahman. You're in tune with that.
Priority should be clear.
Yeah.
The moksha.
Hari Om. My you have you have summarized so well, Brahmaraji. My takeaways is like I'm very clear now that whatever my guru is saying, whatever I'm having in my shastra as pramana, they are true, and I am limitless. I am complete in all the senses. That conviction is now that Nishchayatmika Buddhi has started dawning, and I pray to the Lord that it remains. And another thing is dhriti and utsaha, doing swakarma with dhriti and utsaha. That is my takeaway. Whatever I do, I have to do with uh, that sattvika buddhi, sattvika dhriti, and with utsaha, out of joy, doing all my karmas out of joy, and without taking any doership. It is I offering to him only. Whatever I do, it becomes an offering to him only, that I pray to the Lord. And the grace of Guru, Shastra, and that Atma Krupa always remain, that prayer will be always there. Hari Om. Dhanyavad. Hari Om Brahmaraji, there is one very silly question. It is not a question, but why it is like Tattvamasi? Why it is that word when he is so near to us? He is within us. So why it is this, that, not this? Tattvamasi. So why it is Tat, not Etat?
Did not understand the question. What is that?
Yeah,
What
when
is
we
the
say
meaning of
for
Tat
anything
actually?
that is far, no, that word when we use, that is far. We use this for near, no? When Atma is so near within you only. So why not this word, this?
That is the whole trail. First is Tattvamasi. You need to know what that Tat is. Because we are so caught up in our in understanding that we are the body, mind, intellect. So that what is that has to be told. So Tattvamasi. And then Prajnanam Brahma. And then Aham Brahmasmi is the ultimate thing. So it's a journey from Tattvamasi to Aham Brahmasmi. That is my limited understanding. But maybe there is another reason for that. But yeah, no doubt is silly. It is, you can keep it when we have Nana session, we can ask him.
But these all five Mahavakyas are from different places, no? Not in one place. Means all Upanishad means.
Yeah, they are different,
Ah,
different Upanishads.
and Taittiriya. Okay.
Gurudev has said, no, each one is said to the person or the group in front of you.
Yeah, it might be related, like you said, Sumaji, to the level of the student. Tattvamasi.
Yeah,
The whole Gita is like that, no? The first
yeah.
first 6
Yeah,
chapters is
for
Tvam.
6 chapters. Yeah, that
Yeah,
then
then Tat, and then Asi.
yeah, as you pointing to you, then you are that. That's how it's been said. You are that. Instead of saying I Aham Brahmasmi, like I am Brahman. Yes, yes, you are that
Head
Brahman.
to heart. Head to heart again.
Mm.
In Bhagavad Gita, in fact, everything is there. In the end, Bhagavan says, no, that they become me. So Aham Brahmasmi also is there in that. Not said like that, but that
Yeah, Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi.
hmm.
That is a Mahavakya in itself. So he does, of course, say that. So we'll close here today and we'll reflect on, we'll listen to the Brahmajnana Vali Mala. This is a different version. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Guru.
असङ्गोऽहम् असङ्गोऽहं पुनः पुनः सच्चिदानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः शुद्धचैतन्यरूपोऽहम् आत्मा रामोऽहमेव च अखण्डानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः प्रत्यक्चैतन्यरूपोऽहम् शान्तोऽहं प्रकृते परः शाश्वतानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः तत्त्वातीतपरात्माहम् मध्यातीतपरशिवः मायातीतपरञ्ज्योतिः अहमेवाहमव्ययः नानारूपव्यतीतोऽहम् दृश्यौ द्वौ पदार्थौ स्तः परस्परविलक्षणौ दृक्ब्रह्मदृश्यं मायेति सर्ववेदान्तडिण्डिमः अहं साक्षीति यो विद्याद् विवेच्यैवं पुनः पुनः स एव मुक्तः स विद्वान् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः घटकुट्यादिकं सर्वं मृत्तिकामात्रमेव च तद्वद्ब्रह्म जगत्सर्वम् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः ब्रह्म सत्यं जगन्मिथ्या